Dr. John Edeen from Doctors for Responsible Gun Ownership. Dr. John down in San Antonio, Texas, how you doing?
Doing great. Beautiful day here today. I think the summer's finally broken, so it's been good.
Yeah, it's kind of cool up where I am right now, too. Going to get nasty when Florida sends that hurricane in the form of a tropical storm up my way. But I'm going to go over to AWR Hawkins now from Breitbart News. AWR, how you doing? You're going to stay with me for the remainder of the hour. You doing okay, my friend?
Doing great. Great to be with you, and great to be on with John. He's a great guy. Oh,
yeah, no doubt. Well, AWR, we're both going to learn something here from John. I wanted to bring him on last hour. Glad to have him now for this segment. Dr. John, a lot of people ask the question. I've told you this in the past, so I'll tell the brief story quickly. But when I first moved to Georgia a number of years ago, about 10 years ago, somewhere around there, I was asked by a pediatrician, two small kids at the time. I had just one 1-year-old and a 3-year-old. First thing you do when you get where you're going is you find the pediatricians, right? We find a pediatrician. One of the first questions asked is, do I have guns in the house? I said, have a great day. Never talk to me again. Left. Finally found a great doctor. I've got a very pro-gun doctor, too, by the way. In fact, he's got all of his permits and stuff because of me, and we have a great time talking guns. We talk that before we talk health. So, John, most people ask a question, if I don't know how do I go about finding a pro-gun doctor? And that's what DRGO is working on now, right?
That's right. We are putting out it's kind of a website where we sign providers up, and then we match them up with patients who are looking for 2A friendly doctors. And so the website is called 2adoc.com. So it's number 2, letter A, doc as in doctor, DOC.com. And so what we were looking for are, first of all, doctors or healthcare providers who are interested in participating. And this is all free, by the way. And so there's no cost to it. So we want, regular doctors or osteopaths or dentists, chiropractors, psychotherapists, psychologists, psychological counselors, optometrists, pharmacists, nurse practitioners, acupuncturists. You get the idea. So all the people who we all need to go to get our health care. If you're a 2A person, we want you to go to our website and sign up. Okay. Now, this is going to be held confidentially. So,
John, Dr. John, tell us what the website is, please.
It's 2adoc.com.
Okay.
2adoc.com. The number 2adoc.com. And
okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to have the list of doctors, okay? And then when a patient is looking for that type of doctor in a certain area, we will give the names of those types of doctors to that patient. So it's not a searchable website. So the medical societies can't go looking at our thing to go after doctors, or the Bloomberg people can't look it up. You know what I'm saying? And go, oh, these are the people that we want to target. And so this is what we're looking for. This is the website, and this is really because of all the requests that we've been getting, through our Facebook page and all this kind of stuff. Hey, do you know a doctor here? Do you know a doctor here? And so Dr. Arthur Pinda, who is our director, he kind of took the bull by the horns and set this up.
All right, this is interesting stuff. Let me go over to AWR Hawkins for a second. AWR, it bothers me, frankly, that we even have to have this. Here's why. Right now, somebody out there in radio land, one of you, listener, I can hear you right now saying, what do my Second Amendment rights have to do with my doctor anyway? How do you make that correlation? Well, I'll tell you why. The left has made that correlation by insisting that doctors use their practice to inquire about whether or not I have guns so that they can say I'm unhealthy, and the left can use it as a tool to come after my guns. This shouldn't even be on the same page, should it?
No, it shouldn't. But with the left, you and I have discussed this at various times, and I think John and I might have discussed this at the NRA conference in Atlanta, but when the left touches it, it becomes politicized, whether it's medicine, whether it's the NFL, whatever it is, education. We see what they've done with that. They've done just a great job there. So when the left gets a hold of something, they politicize it. And medicine is no different. And so they view doctors as just a tool to permeate privacy a little further, figure out what you have. You know, almost all gun control that we see now in a state like California, let's say, they already have so much gun control that all the new moves are just trying to find the outlying guns that they've missed. Well, the doctors deal is part of that. Using these doctors is a way that bureaucrats think they might be able to come across grandpa's gun in a closet that you never registered or you never told anybody about, or however you want to word it. And so it's got to be stopped. What John's doing is not only necessary, but it's honorable. And I think it's a great thing that he's doing.
Yeah, I do too. John, the great Tom Gresham over at Gun Talk, our good friend Tom Gresham at Gun Talk, was talking about this with one of your partners on this today too. Who was that?
Right. That was Arthur Pinda. He's the...
Arthur was on. Okay, good.
Yeah, he took over for Tim Wheeler when Tim Wheeler retired last year. And Arthur's in California too. They're almost neighbors, you know. So, Tim's still involved, but he's stepped back because he's retired, and he wants to get the new generation and pass it off. So Arthur's the one that was with Tom Gresham, and it's worth listening to. I think he said a lot of things that I've said. He may end up saying some things that I'm going to miss, but. I think it was worth listening to. A couple of things. One is, if you are a provider, we want you to join, okay? If you are a member of a gun rights group, tell your healthcare providers that are in your group, take a look at this and join. And also, if you're in charge of a state-level Second Amendment organization, you need to get the word out to your healthcare providers and also your general members to let them know that, hey, if they have a 2A healthcare provider, let them know about 2adoc.com. And then, once we get enough doctors, early on it's going to be a lot of hit and miss. But as we get a larger number of providers in our directory, we're going to make more and more connections until finally, hopefully, we'll get everywhere pretty much covered.
I think the biggest obstacle you're going to run into up front, out of the box, out of the gate, is going to be that whole privacy issue where a doctor might be very skeptical about, I don't know if I want to get involved in that. I'm pro-gun. I don't want to get involved in that because I don't want the AMA to find out about this, or any other of the physicians groups who virtually all are anti-gun. Am I right or am I wrong on that?
You're absolutely right, and that's why we're going to make this very private. The only people who have access to the directory are going to be Dr. Pinda probably, and maybe me. And that's it. And it's going to be on a secure website. And so when we get an inquiry from patients, we will cross-reference the directory with what they're looking for. So it's not going to be for general release. And just the names of those doctors in that local area will be released to the patients who's looking for it. And it may help some of the healthcare providers increase their practice, and they're going to have quality Second Amendment friendly people, because look at gun owners. We are the most honest people in the country. We're the good guys. In fact, right now, twice as many people are looking for docs than we have people signed up. So,
all right. Well, John, I got to stop you right there, but give me the website as we're getting ready to take a break. It's 2adocs.com?
2adoc.com.
2adoc.com. Okay.
Yeah, and if you're a healthcare provider, don't forget to join drgo.us as well.
Very good.
If there's a
John, I got to cut you off, brother. I'm sorry, brother. I'm up against a hard break. Thank you, John. I love you to death. I appreciate everything. We'll be back with AWR Hawkins right after this. Don't go away.